Welcome back everyone to another video of the Completionist plus Black Deck only series that we're doing here. We are at 62% collection, 3 wins, and we are now on the Balck Deck. Last video we barely lost it. We lost it on the big blind and it was just unfortunate. So we're here and trying to get back with it, trying to win this next run. So as always, first things first, straight flush full house. That's what we're going for in this first round. We need 45 chips, 30 chips, or 35 chips for the full house. So let's see what we've got. So we have a pretty close thing to a pair. We also have the straight. However, with the straight, you need the lowest is an 8. So this straight's not going to win it. This flush is not even going to win it. We've got 11, 22. So we can't get a card that's worth 18 points here. What I like to do in this situation is just discard all of my low cards, and then we'll see what happens from there. Okay, we get 2 kings, 2 jacks, 3 diamonds, and 3 spades. There's a couple things we could go for. I think I'm going to go for the full house. We get the queens, we get the aces. Now we're just looking for a 10, which we haven't picked up yet. So let's go ahead and discard for 10. And we get the 10. Okay, so we get the one shot. That gives us $6 to play around with in the next shop. Okay. We can't buy sock and buskin, unfortunately. That's okay. We could get ice cream. Ice cream is really good. It is plus chips. As you guys know, we're looking for plus chips or plus molt. I'm going to open the Buffoon pack to see if there's anything else in here that might be a little bit better. And we do get the Jolly Joker for some plus molt. So, awesome. Let's go ahead and go next. Okay, we get the full house here, which with the Jolly Joker, it still triggers. And so we're going to go ahead and be able to beat that in one round. Perfect. Okay. Unfortunately, not enough money for the telescope. I wish we could take it. We just can't. We do get smiley face for some extra plus molt if we want to. I think I am going to take this here just to get that extra plus molt out of the way. Okay, let's go ahead. We've got some 9s here. Let's see if we can get some face cards as well. We got kings and 9s. Let's see if we can get a full house. If not, we just play the 2 pair. Okay, no worries. Just short on that one. That's okay. Let's go ahead and play the pair of jacks, which the pair of jacks would have won it, which is unfortunate that the 10 and the 9 did not have enough. Okay, we do get pareidolia here if we want to combine that with the smiley face. There's a lot of other good things that pareidolia could help us with. However, it does make it so if we get the boss that debuffs all face cards, we can't use pareidolia like at all. We're gonna go ahead and just go next. We have plenty of points. I know I can win with 2 face card pairs. So let's go ahead and discard for some face cards. Okay, we get the 2 pair with the aces and the queens. Perfect. Alright, $4, we get Hermit. Now again, we've talked about this a couple of times with Hermit in this situation. I can buy and hold it till I get to $20. Or I can use it now, which will get me to $22, giving me $2 extra of interest if I wanted to as well. I think in this situation, I do kind of want to take this Spectoral pack as well. Which means if I buy this now, I could take the Spectoral pack and still have enough money to get another extra $1 of interest. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we get Wraith, we get Medium, we get Hex, we get Ouija. Let's see here. I'm thinking about doing Hex or possibly just Medium. Medium's great to get some extra tarot cards. Hex is great just because we've got some times molt here. I'm trying to think if we do get that, we'll basically be missing out on a little bit of molt. Let's go ahead and just go with the King of Hearts and a purple seal. Let's go next. Okay, we get the queens. If I can get another face card. Okay, we get 3 queens and some 10s, which should be able to win it. I'm still looking for a king. Awesome. Let's see what we're looking at. So we get 2 pairs. We could go ahead and play the full house for the guaranteed win. I'm pretty sure just the 2 pair would have won that as well, but just to make sure. And awesome, we've got $25 here. We do get the Willy Joker. Now, getting 3 of a kind is not super likely, but it is, you know, likely if we do want to go for full houses a little bit here. It does give me some plus chips, which helps out quite a bit. We have to play 5 cards here. I'm going to take the risk and open the Arcana pack for maybe a Hermit, or a Temperance is okay. Not really what I was looking for, though. And with these Jokers, it only gives me $3. So I think we're going to take the Wheel of Fortune here. And we get plus chips there, so no need for the Willy Joker. And that was a really good luck out on the Arcana pack. Okay, let's go ahead. Once again, looking for face cards. Nothing. Let's go for Queen and King still. And still nothing. Crazy, okay. Let's go ahead and just play the pair of 8s. Keeping the ace is fine. Okay, and now we've got the 2 pair with the queens and kings, which is going to win pretty easily. Perfect. Okay, now we've got some money here. We can get the red card if we want to. I'm going to go ahead and take the red card. Let's go Spector pack, see if we get anything good from here. We could take Ectoplasm. It loses 1 hand size. I don't really like that a whole lot, especially because I am going for the smiley face. We start with 0 discards, which is not amazing. So let's go ahead and skip. Let's start building up our molt a little bit here. And then this is going to cost us $5 because it costs us an extra $1 of interest. So I think it's worth it. I'm willing to spend $5 for, at bare minimum plus 3 molt. Okay, we get misprint plus a foil, which kind of gets our chips in order here if we want to take that. It is eternal, but I think that's going to be okay. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and go for some face cards. Okay. A 2 pair with a king or a queen will win it with the aces, so that's what we're going to go for. Perfect. Alright, and now we get the Hanging Chad, which is very helpful with the smiley face. So we're going to go ahead and buy the Hanging Chad. We could get the dagger if we wanted to, but I don't think there's a big need for the dagger here since we already have the red card. And then let's just go ahead and save my money for interest. Start building that up. Let's go ahead and use the purple seal to discard. Okay, we get queens and 10s, which is pretty helpful. Let's go ahead and use the wheel. Don't get anything. And then go ahead and play the queens and 10s. Perfect. Hanging Chads helps us out a lot. We should be able to win with just a pair if we wanted to. Okay, we get Supernova now, which with 2 pair gives us 5 molt. Red car still is going to scale quite a bit faster. Let's go ahead. Again, I want to open up this Spectoral pack. Looking for Immolate if we can find it. Talisman's not bad. Aura's not bad. Grim is okay as well. Ankh, not really great for what I have set up right now. So let's go ahead and just skip for the plus 3 molt. And then I am going to take, again, the Celestial pack. If I get a 2 pair, awesome. If not, I'll take the plus 3 molt, but the 2 pair is better than the plus 3 molt, and that was worth, in my opinion, $5 for sure to get some more chips. Okay, looking for any 2 pair, and we got lucky and we got the 2 pair right off the rip with some face cards. And this has really just turned into a 2-pair run. So now that we've got that on lock, we'll keep looking for those 2 pairs. We could get Spaceman if we wanted to. I think I'm going to keep looking to get more red card molt. So let's open up this Celestial pack. Okay, let's go ahead and skip there. I do want to get this voucher. This is a pretty good voucher, the discard voucher. So let's save my money instead of opening that other Arcana pack. And then looking for face cards. Okay, no face cards at all. So let's go ahead and just play these. Okay, good to know I can win with just a couple of pairs at least. Let's just play the pairs of... Let's just play the single ace. Perfect. And then we get the 2 pair with the queens and the kings. Alrighty. $4 only. Kind of sad a little bit, but that's okay. We can get the Golden Joker, which is really helpful for our economy. So let's go ahead and buy the Golden Joker, and then we'll buy the discount voucher next time. Okay, we get the king. Let's go ahead and discard. We get Temperance. That is huge for us, honestly. Okay, looking for a jack. Or, yeah, just looking for a jack. We've already discarded a king. And we get a king, so that's unfortunate. We could play the 2 pair here if we wanted to. We could just play the single pair. Let's go ahead and just play the 2 pair. 7,000 points. That's awesome. Again, we just have this. I think if I just play high card king, there's a good chance that this wins. And if it doesn't win, there's a good chance I get a queen or a jack as well. So it does win. We get to make an extra $1 here. And that Temperance was very helpful because we now can take this voucher, no questions asked. And we can start taking... This is spades are debuffed, right? Yep. We can start taking a lot more of these booster packs to try and get some more plus molt. We can get the bowl, which is going to help us out with chips a lot. I don't know what I would want to switch that out with right now, as I'm pretty equal right now. So let's go ahead and just skip again for more plus molt. Okay, if we get money here, we take the money. If we don't get the money, we go ahead and just skip for the red card. Okay, let's go next. Perfect. We're going to discard both of these kings. We get Judgment. We get the queens and nines, which is going to be really helpful. So let's go ahead and just play the queens and nines. It may be enough, depending on what I get here, but fortunately it's not enough. Let's go ahead and discard, looking for some more jacks, which we get. Make sure it's at the front for the hanging Chad. Awesome. Okay, so what are we looking for now? Honestly, we're looking for some times molt. That is really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some more 2 pairs, upgrading my red card up a little bit more. Eventually, I will get out of the smiley face. I will get out of the Jolly Joker. If I get more levels, then I'll be looking for a glass card to pair with the hanging Chad. Those are kind of some of the things that I'm looking for right now. Again, no 2 pair, totally fine with. We'll just skip. And then let's reroll 1 time at least. We don't get anything. Let's go next. Okay, looking for the 2 pair. With face cards, we get 3 of a kind. I want just a 2 pair. Okay, perfect. Alright, so we're going to need 2 pairs pretty much from now on in order to be safe. Let's go ahead and play this, looking for another king. And it really doesn't matter what I play here, but we'll go ahead and play the 2 pair with the kings and jacks. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead. Open up the Celestial Pack looking for 2 pair. Don't get 2 pair, we skip for the red card. Looking for a blue seal. If we don't get a blue seal, we're going to go ahead and just skip for the red card. Now, this next one is 30,000 points. We need to get this 30,000 points, which we should be able to do pretty easily. Just go ahead and go next. Okay, we got 7s and 10s. We'll keep the 10s looking for a queen. We've got 9s and 4s. Let's go ahead and discard those as well. Okay, we get queens and 10s. Give us over 10,000 points at least. Perfect. We get kings and 3s. I'm discarding the 10 because we've already played 2 of those. Depending what we get here with the misprint, we may be able to beat this here. Nope. Okay. And then we do have 8s and 2s, which probably will win this. But I am looking for some face cards I can play as well, just to make sure we win this here. Perfect. Now, we did not score 40,000 points. So we do need some more points somehow. Let's go ahead and hit next. Okay, we get the 2 pair, which is going to be helpful. Let's go ahead and buy the Arcana pack. We can get Uranus, or we can get +3 Molt, or we can get a Justice card. A Justice card, if I pull it, pretty much guarantees me to win this next round, no matter what. I do have to pull it. I think the Uranus helps us get that extra 800 points that I needed, just in case I don't pull it. So let's go ahead and take the Justice card for the future. And then I am going to reroll 1 time, looking for some type of times molt. Okay, which we do get the Acrobat, which is very helpful. So right now, what I'm looking for here, so now I want to decide what Joker do I want to get rid of. Obviously, I can't get rid of Golden Joker, and I can't get rid of Misprint. That's because they're eternal. Hanging Chad is really good if I'm going to play the glass card with it, so that can give me a lot of molt. Right now, it's giving me 4 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is basically a times 8. So this is giving me about 32 molt just from the Hanging Chad. The Hanging Chad is also helping with the smiley face. So with the smiley face right now, we're also getting +5, +5, +5. So at least +15 mold if we're playing a face card, but we have to play the face card. And then the Jolly Joker is giving me +30 chips, +8 molt. And, sorry, +50 chips and +8 molt. And I think I value that more than the 15 molt the smiley face is giving me, or the 20 molt the smiley face is giving me, especially because we're going to get ×3 on our final hand, which is going to really, which is mostly going to come from this red card anyways. So let's go ahead and sell this and buy the Acrobat and go next. Make sure it's before the misprint. Okay, we have to play 2 pairs here. So we're doing everything we can to play 2 pairs. And I don't care if I'm going for face cards anymore. So I've said this in a video before, but when I'm going for 2 pairs and I already have a pair in my hand, I am going to discard 4 cards, because the likelihood of me pulling 2 cards rather than discarding 5 and pulling 1 card is a little bit greater than not. So let's go ahead and discard here. Okay, we get the aces and the 3s. And then I'm going to look here to see, okay, I've got 3 queens, I've got 2 8s, and I've got 2 4s. So I'm definitely want to keeping the queens, and I'm probably going to keep the king as well, and the 8 because they're just higher than the 4. I am going to use this High Priestess first, just in case we get a 2 pair. We don't. So we'll just save those in our inventory for now, or in our collection for now. Okay, let's go ahead and hit play. Okay, we get 13,000, which tells me As long as I play a 2-pair for my last hand, we will be able to win this very easily. Excuse me. Okay, let's go ahead and play the 4s. We've got 3 5s, we've got 2 8s, and we've got 3 queens and only 1 4 left. So let's go ahead and play this. And then I'll have 2 discards to find another 2-pair, which will easily win it for us. Okay, so let's see what we want to discard for. We have 3 jacks, 2 9s, 2 8s, 3 5s. So I've got 2 cards that have 3, so we're going to discard 4 cards. And we get the jacks or the 5s. So perfect. Let's go ahead and play the queens and the jacks. And with this acrobat, we're going to get ×3 plus molt, which is going to give us 36,000 points. So we get 60,000 points. That's going to help us out a ton moving forward. So I got to head off to work real quick. So I am going to shut off this recording. We'll come back to it later. This will just all be in one little video for you guys. But just so you know, so you will see me come back. And hope you guys are having a good day so far. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video when I come back. Alright guys, I am back. It's been a long day. For you guys, it was about 3 seconds in a quick transaction. But it's now nighttime for me. I just went and saw the Minecraft movie with my family, which was a great movie, great time. But let's go ahead and get back into this and beat Balck Deck with the Balck Deck. So we left off here. We've got the red card. We've got 2 foil jokers, which has helped really well. And then we just picked up the acrobat that I remember in the last one. We've also got the golden joker to help us with our economy, make some more money as much as we can. So let's see what else we can do. So we're going for 2 pairs here. I've got $10 of booster packs that I definitely want to open. I've got 2 planet cards here to help me get a better chance of getting a 2-pair, a Uranus here. Since I have $10 that I want to be able to open here, I can go down to 35. So I'm going to go ahead and re-roll for something I can use. Don't see anything, so let's go ahead and just use both of these. Okay, we get the 2-pair. We'll go ahead and use that. Okay, we do get Immolate. Now, unfortunately, I have my 2 cards here that I actually want to keep with Immolate. So I think I am just going to skip here for the +3 molt with the red card. Typically, I'd take the Immolate if I just had... Really, if I didn't have the purple seal there, I probably am just taking the Immolate. Okay, we're just starting ante 6. We need to score 36,000 points, which we can do on the last hand for sure. Alright, looking for 2-pair. Let's go ahead and discard. Okay, still looking for 2-pair. Perfect. We get queens and aces. I should have kept the jack knowing that I have the glass card here. I don't need the glass card, so it's not that big of a deal that I didn't use it yet, but in the future it will be nice. So let's go ahead and play the 2-pair. Perfect, 10,000. So we're going to need a few more of those. Let's go ahead and discard looking for a king. Are we going to keep the 9 or are we going to keep the 8? We're going to keep the 9. And the nice thing about this is if I didn't find anything here, if I already had the 2-pair with the kings or something else, I would have discarded this purple seal. But I don't have it. I do need to pick up a 2-pair in order to win this. So let's go ahead and look for... Actually, I think I only need a pair, but I don't want to risk it. I'd rather just play the 2-pair. So I got 2 10s, 2 9s, 0 8s. So 8s can go, 2 6s, 3 and 2 can go. Let's go ahead and look for the 9 and the 8. I mean the 10 and the 9, which we find the 10s. Let's go ahead and play the kings and the 10s. And with the acrobat, we're going to score plenty of points here. So we still need to get a lot more points. However, we're doing okay for right now. Let's go ahead and open up the Arcana pack. Okay, we get High Priestess, Lover, Strength, Magician. Strength is great if I want to go ahead and get an easier time getting 2 pairs. Lovers don't really need. Magician, a little bit late for Magician. It is great. With the Hanging Chad, it is also really helpful too, because you can get more triggers that way. So let's actually go with that. We'll go Magician, and then High Priest as well. Looking for Uranus. We don't get Uranus. That's okay. Let's go ahead and open up the next Arcana pack. Again, looking for money mostly. We do get the Temperance. We get another High Priestess, Judgment, Chariot, World. Don't really care about these 3, so let's go ahead and sell these. Use the High Priestess. Don't get anything again, and go ahead and use the Temperance. Okay, we do need all of these jokers right now for my score. I'm looking for more jokers that are going to help my score, like a times joker, or maybe a better chips joker, better molt joker. That's kind of what we're looking for. Chaos the Clown's great if we want a free reroll. Since I have the golden joker, I'm essentially getting almost a free reroll with this. It is eternal, so I'm just gonna hold on to it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go next. 3 2 pairs is realistically what I need, so let's go ahead and play the 7s and the 5s. Looking for another king so I can discard this king. Let's go ahead and sell one of these. Okay, we get a Fool, which is really helpful with the Temperance. Let's go ahead and use that. Okay, we get the 9s. We get the 10s and the queens. Looking for another king so I can try and get the lucky card hit, which I got the kings here, so let's go ahead and play those. Magician, the lucky card first, so that it can repeat with the Chad. And we do get the 20 bucks, so that's what we were looking for there, and just barely beating this round. This next round, it's going to be close. We need to find a lot more help here. I'm taking the Pluto so that when I open the Celestial pack, I have a higher chance of getting Uranus. Let's go ahead and open it up now since I have a Venus in the shop. Okay, I am going to take a Uranus here. As many levels as we could possibly get before this boss is going to help us. Alright, once again, looking for more times molt if I can find it. Some better jokers as well. Greedy joker's not terrible. It is a negative as well, so I can just take it. Playing that with the Hanging Chad is going to give me at least 9 molt, which is helpful. Nothing crazy, but it's helpful. I'm really looking for some justice cards right now. I do get 80 chips here with the clever joker. Now I get 50 chips plus 8 molt from the jolly joker. Because I'm getting so much molt from my red card and from the misprint at times, I do think getting more chips is helpful here. So I'm going to go ahead and sell the jolly joker and go for the clever joker. Let's re-roll one more time. We don't get anything, so let's go ahead and take the Arcana pack. Again, really looking for a Justice card. I can use the 10 to turn into a Jack. If I wanted to, I could use the High Priestess to hold on to a possible Uranus, just in case if I need to, so I can use it after I take this round. Let's go ahead and sell both of these and use the High Priestess. Okay, we don't get anything, unfortunately. And let's go next. Now, this is going to be really close. I do need to play. I'm pretty confident here that I have to play on my last hand the Joker, the Jack, the Glass Jack. If I don't, I think I'm going to lose. With that being said, as well, I think I want to try and keep the level of my 2 pair as high as I can. So I'm going to play 2 hands that are not 2 pair. Preferably something that can get me as many, as many points as I possibly can, but also discarding as many cards as I can to find that glass jack. We get 2 jacks here. That's super helpful. I get 9s, ace, and 7. Let's go ahead and play the pair of 9s since it works with the greedy joker. And if we could get, 6,000 points, that's not terrible. It's not amazing, obviously, but it's not terrible. Let's go ahead and keep the 8. Discard everything else. Again, really looking for that glass jack. Let's go ahead and keep the king this time. I've got 3 kings left. Okay, we get to the king of spades, the lucky king of spades, which is really helpful. Let's go ahead and play, discard this, looking for the glass jack. Okay, we get 2 lucky cards now. And I need to make sure that I can at least play the 2 pair to give me any chance at winning this next round. So I'm going to go ahead and just play these 4 cards and hopefully we get the glass jack. Okay, and it doesn't look like we got the glass jack, so I really am banking on these lucky cards hitting the plus 20 molt 1 or maybe even 2 times. I do need to have it hit at least 1 time, I'm pretty sure, if I'm gonna win this one. Let's go ahead and hit play and see what the Hanging Chad can do. And we got 1 hit. Is it enough? It is just barely enough. We're hanging on. So we got that one with 368. The Greeter Joker actually did help us there with some of those other the pairs that we played with the 9s, as well as that Diamond King too. Sweet. So now I can beat this next round, and then the next round we're not going to be able to beat. I need to find more justice cards so I can get as many justice cards as I can get. More planet cards will be helpful for the 2 pair as well. Half Joker is not going to do anything here. Ice Cream's helpful, but it's not going to be as good as Clever Joker. It really, after 4 hands you play, so no reason to take Ice Cream there. Let's go ahead and go next. Okay, we could retrigger all face cards. Again, not super helpful other than if we do get more glass face cards. I'd rather just keep looking for those justice cards. Let's go ahead and open up the Arcana pack now. Okay, we got Hangman, Magician, Moon, Devil, Chariot. Nothing's really good here. Let's just skip for the 3 molt. And we get Fool for High Priestess, Strength. Once again, we could use the Strength on the queens if we want to. I think we just need more molt, as much as we can possibly get. 1 in 7 cards get drawn face down. That's not too bad. Let's go ahead and go next. Okay, let's play the aces and the jacks. I know I don't have to play the glass card in order to win, which is why I played the jacks there. We can go ahead and go for the queen and the king. 12,000 times 3 is going to be 36,000, which will give us literally just enough points if we play 3 2 pairs here. Okay. Looking for the king or the queen still. Okay, we get 5s and 4s. Let's go ahead and play the 5s and 4s. Keeping the 3 instead of the 10. Okay, there's 13,000. Great, we have the jack if we want to play it. I do need to get a queen here. That's really the biggest thing. A queen or another pair of something will do it. And we get the pair of 9s, thankfully. So let's go ahead and play the pair of the 2 pair kings and 9s. I should have sold one of these. That was my mistake. But that's okay. So if we do get a lucky hit, we can get up to that 95,000, which is, good to know. But it's not super likely. Looking for a glass card. Holographic Jack is also very helpful with the red seal too. If I could turn that into a glass card, that would be very, very helpful. Okay, we get Death. We could death to get more jacks. We could get a tower in here to get us more chips. That could be very helpful too with playing 2 pairs. We could also just skip for the plus molt. I think I am going to skip for the plus molt. I think. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go next. Okay, we get the jacks, which is very, very helpful. We're going to play the jacks on the very last hand of the round. So let's go ahead and look for the king. Okay, we get the king, we get the queens. I do kind of want to discard this king, but at the same time, I want to make sure that we can win. So let's go ahead and just play this 2 pair first. Okay, we get lots of money. That's going to help us very much so. Okay, we get the 9s, we get the jacks. Let's go ahead and discard this. And let's play the jacks and the 9s. Not yet, sorry. We're going to play one more hand just so that we can also trigger the acrobat on this one. And then we're going to hope that the glass jack doesn't break either. That is a big factor for us here. So let's go ahead and play the jack first, which is going to give us quite a bit of times molt here. Perfect. So that got us 90,000. That gets us to 110,000, which is just out of reach, which is okay. We can see what we can do here. Now, getting 2 times chips here instead of playing the clever joker over the bull is very helpful, especially because I also don't have to keep playing 2 pairs. I can now move into almost any hand that I want to play because I don't even have a high level of 2 pairs. 2 pairs are still going to be my go-to hand, but I think definitely taking the bull here instead of the clever joker is the move. We're going to save our money because this extra chip value that we just got is going to allow us to beat this next round. So all we're going to do is we're going to open up the Celestial pack as well as the Arcana pack. Again, looking for some help here. Now, if I want to do the 2 pair, I think I do want to do the 2 pair, mainly because if I do get that glass card, it's just going to help us get more times molt there. Okay, looking for money. Really nothing here that I want, so let's go ahead and just skip. Now, do I take the director's cut? This could be very helpful if I was to get... Really, the only boss that I'm scared of in the next ante for ante 8 is the Violent Vessel. If I get the Violent Vessel, we pretty much lose. The director's cut allows us to take that out of the equation, and we should be fine if we take it. I just am a little worried that we won't be able to win this, but I still think we have to bank either way on pulling our glass jack in order to win this, or our holographic jack as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and we're still gonna have a little bit of boost from our bull. So let's go next. Okay, no worries here. We get the 2 pair right here. So let's go ahead and play this 2 pair. Awesome, that was really good. All right, let's go ahead and go for the queens and kings and aces. Okay, let's keep the jack now. And we're still looking. Getting really lucky by not hitting any of these face down cards. Okay, let's see what we want to go for here. So we've got jacks that we definitely want to go for, we need to go for, and queens. Aces, how about 6s? 6s or 2s as well, so let's go for the aces as well. Let's go ahead and play this. Okay, we get some more money. We're getting really lucky, and a lot of times molt here. That's going to help us out a lot too. Perfect. We get the jacks, as well as I know for a fact this is a pair. Whether it's a pair of kings or a pair of aces, I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't really matter because we do have this. Now, something else to keep in mind though too is I don't have another king of diamonds. So I also know that this is a queen. because if we sort by suit, diamonds are always on the right, and then it goes, you can always look right here. It goes diamonds, clubs, hearts, spades. So I know that this is a queen of diamonds. This is either a queen of hearts. This is a queen of, or a queen of clubs, or a queen of spades. And then I know, again, this is an ace of spades and this is a king of diamonds. So I know this is to be an ace or a king here. So if I play this, does this win with just the ×3? I don't think so, unfortunately. But knowing that this is a queen, I'm going to go ahead and discard this card because it may be my king of hearts. Actually, I know it's my king of hearts, so that I can get a tarot card here. Okay, it wasn't my king of hearts. It was an ace. Sorry. It was either an ace or my king of hearts. That's what I meant to say. So, all right, let's go ahead and play the glass card Jack first, and we're going to have plenty of points to win this round with that 2 pair. And then hopefully the Jack doesn't break, and it does break, unfortunately. So we're looking for more glass. That's going to help us score a lot more points. We're looking for Uranus. It costs me 6 chips for this, so getting 20 chips plus 1 molt is very helpful here. Let's go ahead and buy that. The extra hand size could be helpful. Don't know if I necessarily need it. And then we did get the Violent Vessel, so it is good that we picked up the Director's Cut. I'm not going to re-roll the boss right now, but I may re-roll the boss if I really need to. I'm just going to open up these booster packs and do nothing else. We get a blue seal, which could be helpful, but isn't really going to be that helpful now that we're in the last ante. We get a Justice card. That is really what we're looking for. And we have 4 of everything. So let's go ahead and use it on the Jack, which is going to be really helpful. And let's go next. Okay, we get queens. We get queens and 2s. Looking for a Jack to play this with will be very helpful. Let's go ahead and hit play. Okay, that's going to be 23,000. Okay, we get the pair of Jacks. Let's go for the 10 and the ace. Looks good to me. Perfect. So we get the 10 and ace here. I do want to play this last hand because I want to get this extra plus molt here for the acrobat. So let's go ahead and just discard away the king. We get lovers. That's a little bit helpful for the greedy joker. Let's go ahead and use that on the... Yeah, we'll use this on the holographic as well. And then let's go ahead and just play the ace high, which should get us similar amounts of points. Not as many, obviously, because we are missing out on quite a few chips. And then this, let's go ahead. We already discarded the Jack. Then this should be able to get us over the edge with the acrobat and the extra plus 10 molt. It's going to be very similar to the glass card. It's not going to give us as much plus molt as the glass card, but it is going to be similar. Perfect. Getting the Hermit super helpful, and getting the blueprint is also super helpful as well. This is where we can decide what we want to do. So let's go ahead and use the Hermit. Let's go ahead and buy the standard pack. Looking for glass cards. Honestly, we'll take the holographic 8 as well. That's going to be very helpful if I can find it. Let's go ahead, take this, and we're going to skip this one for the plus 3 molt. So, if I wanted to, the 2 jokers I can get rid of is the red card or the Hanging Chad. Now, if I was able to pull my glass card, which I only have 1 of, then how much molt would that be able to give me? So if we have 7 Essentially, this is going to make it so it's a times 8, and then a 16, and then a times 32 with the blueprint if I have this. So 7 times 32, 7 times 30 is 210, and then this will make that 610 essentially. So if I have 610 points, then I would need just 100 chips to get 600,000 points. Is that right? I gotta bust out the calculator for this one. I want to make sure that we can actually do this. So if we take 610 times 100 chips, that's only 60,000. So I'd need a lot more chips than just 100 chips. I need 1,000 chips. So that still doesn't get there for us. I think what we do is we just keep the jokers the way that we have it right now. We go ahead and buy the extra paintbrush for the hand size, and then we are gonna re-roll the boss as well. Let's go ahead and go next. We're gonna keep my chips here for now. We're not gonna re-roll just yet. Actually, we will, because I do want to see what this boss is gonna be. And it is 1 random joker disabled every hand. So as long as we don't have the acrobat get disabled on our final hand of play, we should be okay. Okay, let's go ahead and play the aces and queens first. Perfect. And I really am looking for the 8s and jacks right now is what I'm looking for. Now that we have this, let's go ahead and just discard. We get temperance, that's going to help us out a lot. Okay, we get 9s and 7s that we can play. Let's go ahead and play those. Perfect. Okay, we get 8s, we get 9s. This is going to be 5 cards here. Let's go ahead and discard all those. Okay, we're going to discard again. Really looking for an 8 or a jack. If I don't get the 8 or the jack here, we pretty much lose. So let's go ahead and discard. We do get the jack, luckily. We barely hung on that one. Let's go ahead and play the jack and the 10s. Which we're going to break that glass card again. So that's a little bit unfortunate that we broke the glass card again. But that will give us enough points as long as the acrobat does not get destroyed. So we did, sorry, not destroyed, get disabled. We did get the 10 of clubs. That is a glass card, which is perfect. That's what we were looking for. And we do get the 6, which is also a glass card. Again, very, very helpful for us to find both of those. Let's go ahead and pick that up. I'm going to save my chips for the bull. Save my money for the bull. Let's go ahead and hit next. Okay, that's totally fine if we get that one debuffed. Let's go ahead and play the kings. I want to keep the 8s. And I want to keep the 10. I have a lot of things that I actually want to keep here. So I'm going to go ahead and just play this. Maybe get some money to help us out. Okay. Unfortunately, this can't hit the same thing twice. And so since it did already hit the greedy joker, it means it's going to hit something else. The best case scenario that for it to hit is going to be the golden joker. If it hits anything else, we may not survive. So let's go ahead and look for those glass cards pretty heavily here. So we need 6s and we need the 10. The 8 and the jack is helpful, but we really need 6s and 10s. I have the jack here, so I'm going to keep the jack. Let's go ahead and discard. Okay, we get the glass 6. Again, very, very helpful here. If we wanted to, we could play the jacks and the 9, which could give us some extra score that we may need. And I think that's what I'm going to do here. Looking for an 8 or a 10. Let's go ahead If I play this jack, I can no longer use... I don't have a glass jack anymore. Never mind. So we're good here. Let's go ahead and play this. This is going to give me quite a bit of score. And we did have it hit on the golden joker. So that was exactly what we needed. We got pretty lucky there. We got the 10 and the 6s. So let's go ahead and just discard down. We don't really need to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do this anyways. We got the 10s. We got the 6s. We don't need this 10. We don't need this 6. Let's go ahead and discard one more time. We also get tower. So let's go ahead and tower this 4. Let's go 10s, 6s. Put the 10 up front. Let's put the extra stone card in there as well. We'll play this hand, and this is going to easily beat Black Stake on the Balck Deck for us. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thanks for letting me take a little break here as well. But this is a pretty fun run. It was pretty close. Now I wouldn't have been able to beat this on Gold Stake, but that's okay. This was a good one as well. When it's a close run, when you barely win, it's always rewarding because you know that you made, you know, mostly the right decisions throughout this. Last episode or 2 episodes ago when we did photo chat and we just obliterated everything, it kind of makes it like, oh yeah, this was pretty easy, and you just got good jokers, and it doesn't feel as good when it's this close. So the red card was at 48 molt. The misprint was here for the chips, and just early game really helped us out. The bowl gave us a lot of help. Those lucky cards helped us out, get a lot of money really quick. Greedy Jockey again, just here to help us out a little bit. Nothing, took it because it was a negative. That was really all we took it for. Hanging Chad, great with as you saw with glass cards. We didn't get the photograph this time, which is totally fine. And then the Acrobat, which is also a really good times molt joker. It does only work on the final hand, so you don't have as much money to work with because you have to use your hands that give you money if you were able to save them, but that's okay. We also got golden joker, which helped us out to recoup that money that we were losing from the Acrobat, and also just being on the Balck Deck, not having as much money either. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope this was a little bit of a shorter video for you guys, but again, just appreciate you watching this video, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or a good rest of your night, whichever one it is for you, and we will see you guys next time.